Ed and Lorraine's Occult Museum in Connecticut is world-renowned for allegedly harboring some of the most terrifying artifacts, relics, and haunted objects across the globe. The items featured there are a collection of curious objects that the Warrens came across during their paranormal investigations, and quite a few of those objects have nefarious origins, or have become possessed, and now reside there for safekeeping. While the museum is often open to the public, there have been several occasions where some odd occurrences have gone down, making us question just how safe the Warrens' museum actually is, if what they claim is true. Regardless of that, or whether or not you think the Warrens are just one giant hoax, these stories and videos are all very compelling and curious to say the least. So today we're counting down the top 5 scariest moments at the Ed and Lorraine Occult Museum. In number 5, Guided by a Priest. In this video feature, published by YouTube channel Gravity Media Productions, we see a film crew brought down into the Occult Museum by a priest who guides them on their tour. We get a glimpse of the Annabelle doll and the Warrens' satanic idol that was found in the early 90s in the woods of Newtown. The priest shows the crew the shadow doll and tells them the horrific story of how the doll entered a couple's nightmares collectively. He also shows the crew children's tombstones that were used as altars for satanic rituals. It's then followed up by a clip of Lorraine Warren saying how she refuses to go back down into the Occult Museum, especially now that she's lost Ed. It's just too risky for her. And at number 4, Mocking Annabelle. During an interview, Ed Warren tells a camera crew a chilling story about an instance that happened at the museum. One day, a young man and his girlfriend drove his motorcycle over to the Occult Museum and took a look inside. While in front of the Annabelle doll, he began to mock it, not believing that a demon truly possessed it. He challenged it to do something evil, all while tapping on the glass case that the doll is held within. Later on, as he drove away with his girlfriend, having a laugh over Annabelle and the other objects they had seen, the couple got into a tragic accident that ended his life and severely paralyzed his girlfriend. While it seems that perhaps it may have been Annabelle who was responsible for this, or at least that's what Ed Warren seems to believe.
The young man came here, felt it was nothing but a joke, started knocking on the glass, saying if this thing could perform any kind of evil act, to do it. 3 hours later, the young man was dead. He came here on a motorcycle with his girlfriend. She said they were laughing about the doll when they left. She was paralyzed in a hospital for over a year.
It could be that something else in the museum cursed them after hearing the mocking, since Annabelle is said to be extremely secure in the case that she's currently held within. Moving on to number 3, the Halloween Room. This video starts off as a cute little tour of Ed Warren's Halloween Room, which was attached to the Occult Museum. It's a nice little look at the collection of fun items that fans and friends have given him over the years, knowing how much he loves Halloween. But that's where the cuteness ends. From there, the tour goes into darker territory. Unlike many of the other tour videos we've seen of the Occult Museum, this tour has no background music, and it's pretty eerie. We hear Ed go on about how the Occult Museum is likely one of the most haunted places in the world. Ed says that it's not a building that anyone should be allowed in between the hours of 9 p.m. and 6 a.m., and how many of the objects in the room have resulted in people being maimed or killed, or resulted in individual sanity being harmed severely, with some having to go to mental institutions as an after effect of their encounter with these objects, all of which he claims are evil in some way. Moving on to number 2, the tour. Here we have footage from the Barefoot Paranormal's tour at the Occult Museum. It's a 15-minute walkthrough of the museum that feels like you're right there with the visitors, and gives viewers a very up-close and personal look at the objects featured. You can hear a lot of narration concerning the origins of many of the items that are visible too. Plus, a lot of it is shot through a camera using some sort of night vision feature, hence why the lighting at parts is so green and freaky. It just kinda makes it spookier. And finally, in at number 1, Moving Annabelle. We featured this video clip on one of our other recent lists about the famous Annabelle doll at the museum. It's the real-life footage of Tony Spira, the son-in-law of Lorraine Warren, moving the Annabelle doll from her original case into a new, more secure and portable case. So yeah, doll came out of the case, was exposed to the elements. Very creepy if you believe in Annabelle. So he starts off the video by doing a series of prayers, and after other precautionary measures are taken, Annabelle is gently moved from one holding area to the next. Tony then conducts a binding spell. The whole video is a little nerve-wracking, and many an individual who has watched it has claimed to see the doll moving ever so slightly at various points of the 10-minute and 8-second clip. Alright, there we have it friends. Which of these clips freaks you out the most? Have you been inside the Warren Occult Museum before? And does it live up to the way it's described in these clips? Give us your 2 cents in those comments below. If you dug this video, hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe to hang out with us some more. Plus, we have a playlist up on your screen right now that has a bunch of content in it that you might dig. In the meantime though, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video.